This week on Wheelie Good Tips, I'm going to talk to you about mental health. My name is Rob Macdonald. I've been in a wheelchair for 19 years now, and I work full-time as a counsellor in a high school, and I've been doing counselling now for, based on 19 years. The mental health tips I'm going to give you in this video are only really relevant for people who suffer from mild depression. If you suffer from very, very low mood and you're down for long periods of time, then I suggest that you really need to go to get specialist help. And I think a good starting point would be to see your GP. It's important to remember that at any one time, we're somewhere along the curve between feeling great, feeling average, not feeling so great, and feeling pretty crap. And that's normal. We're all somewhere along this curve at some particular time. Okay, so now we go to the metaphor of the toolbox. So if you think of all the current things you do, all the current strategies you have for lifting your mood, then we think of those as being like tools. So step one, make a list of all the things that you enjoy doing and give you satisfaction. An example for me would be, I'm getting my garden ready for Christmas time, and I've been out there pulling the weeds out and doing that sort of thing. Now I don't regard that as fun, but at the end of the day I step back and I feel satisfied. So the things that go on your list are the things that give you satisfaction and the things that you actually enjoy doing. Now I'm going to talk about step two. And this is the tools that I tend to use, and I've also got tools that other people tend to use. Some of you will find useful and some of them will have no use for you at all. So I'm going to start off with the first one, which I think is really important, and that's connection. So it's really important to have people you can talk to and who you can trust. So just connecting with people, having a dialogue with friends, with family, really important. The second tool is music. Listen to music that you love. Finding the right sort of music to listen to at the right time can be really important to make you feel good. The next one on my list is create. And that can be creating anything. It can be writing, it could be painting, it could be sculpting, it could be making something in the kitchen, it could be landscaping. But doing something that you love is really important. The next one is the list. Write down all the things you want to achieve or what you'd like to do in the next day and the next week. And as you go through them, tick them off. Satisfaction. The next one is exercise. Research tells us that anything that gets our heart pumping is good for us. It really positively changes the chemistry of the brain. So I'm thinking about things like swimming, hand cycling, just pushing your wheelchair in the park, whatever. All exercise is good. Next is nature. Going for a hand cycle or going for a push in your wheelchair in a park, in the bush, at the beach. They're all good. Next comes food. Science tells us there's a strong link between not eating healthy food and depression. So eating healthy food is really important. Making something, creating something, and then eating it. Lots of satisfaction and enjoyment there. Another one I've got on my list is just fixing something. You know, it could be something on your wheelchair. It could be a leaking tap or a squeaky door. We get our tools out, we fix it, satisfaction, we feel good. The final one I've got on my list, and I'm sure you've got lots more, is to challenge yourself. Now that could be Sudoku, it could be chess, it could be jigsaw puzzles, anything that challenges the mind. So now treat this list as being a bit like a scientific experiment where you rate each of these between 0 to 10, 0 being really useless and 10 being really positive, and discard the ones that aren't for you. The key to the toolbox is recognising the tricks your mind plays on you. Now a classic example for me is on a regular basis when I come home at night, what works for me is to go for a hand cycle. And very often it's getting dark, it's getting cold, and my mind is saying to me all sorts of things like, oh, it's too dark, it's too cold, and I'm too tired, and all this sort of nonsense. And what I do is I get on my hand cycle and I just say to myself, just do it, just start. And I say to myself, let's go to the first lamppost down the road. And invariably, 100% of the time I would say, I do my hand cycle and I come out feeling good. So it's getting through that tricky part to get motivated and just do it, get started. So I just hope this talk about the toolbox has been helpful for you. Play around with it. Some of it will work for you and some won't. Treat it like a bit of an experiment. We're all different and you might want to think of it in a different sort of way, but for me, the toolbox seems to really work and it really helps me keep motivated and maintain good mental health.